Hi guys, welcome to beautiful Wales. The weather's terrible outside, so this is kind of the perfect time to talk about how to pack for all sorts of different weather. Right now it's blowing, windy rain out here, which has been the norm in Wales here for the spring. But we've now just finished our 6 months in Europe, and we've done really well with the packing and traveling. So I'll tell you how to pack for all sorts of weather conditions, specifically for Europe. So we left in September for a month in Scotland, and then Ireland for a month, and then 3 months in Italy, and now we've been a month here in Wales. So all sorts of weather, and we started in September. It's now March, so we've made it through the winter seasons, and I'll show you how to pack. For starters, for traveling, our baggage, that's probably the number one question. This is what we had decided on. These are actually hockey bags, and we weren't sure kind of in the beginning, but they've actually worked out quite brilliantly. So they're rather big, and they have a lot of room. They're super light, and they've got big heavy-duty wheels, so it's kind of like the Hummer of traveling bags. So it's worked out kind of great. The only downfall is they don't travel sideways. So a couple of times we were in the train and you had to drag it down a narrow aisle, but that was only like once or twice most of the trains, and we've traveled extensively by train through Italy and Scotland and by car too. So these have worked brilliantly, and they're still going strong after 6 months. Lots of compartments for storage. They hold quite a bit, and we managed to stay at just our 50 pounds for when we're flying. And then in between flying, when we're traveling from town to town, and we got a wheel from train station to our Airbnbs, they work great, and we could put extra stuff like groceries that we're carrying from apartment to apartment. We've really filled them up kind of when we're moving between towns. And then when we're flying, we just lighten them. We dump all our toiletries and groceries and just travel light and just have enough clothes to meet our 50 pounds. So that's what we've been traveling with for bags. So it's worked great. I'm sure you can find something else similar. Now that we're coming into summer here, we're thinking about turfing these and downsizing to a smaller bag and getting rid of some of our winter stuff, but we'll see what happens. But these are great. So the next thing for winter, you need layers to get you through the winter, because the weather can change. We had plus 16 degrees days in the Italian Riviera. We were in shorts and t-shirts, and then all of a sudden in January we were in a foot of snow in Recanati, Italy. So you need lots of layers. So I like t-shirts, so I have 1 million t-shirts packed, and then over top of those you put a light polar fleece. So I started off with one, and I picked up another one here when we're here in Italy, and so I have 2, which have gotten me through the winter, and now I'll probably downsize these again, but these will be great even in spring and fall. So, and that one tip is to not pack too heavy, because you're going to want to buy some things, and we probably packed more than we needed to. You'll want to do a little bit of shopping and pick up some new things along the way, but things wear out too. You can turf them and buy new stuff. So I have those 2 polar fleeces, and then essential is a good lightweight jacket. So both Janet and I bought these Columbia rain jackets. They're impermeable, waterproof. These are a must because you're going to have lots of wet weather. But this is just kind of a light Columbia shell, and it zips up and has a couple of pockets in there. But this is kind of essential for wet weather, because you're going to start off in rain, then you're going to be hitting some snow. We wear these just about every day here for our first 6 months through the winter. So when it gets really cold underneath, I'll have my t-shirt, I'll have my polar fleece. And when it's really cold, I have this zip-up jacket, which I even wear indoors sometimes. It's just a nice cotton blend zip-up jacket. So I love this and wear this quite a bit. And so I'll wear a fleece and this, and then my jacket on really cold days, and that's kept me warm up to probably minus 15 on our coldest days. I think it'd keep me warm up to about minus 20. So that's kind of all your outerwear. For shoes, you need a good pair of walking shoes. and I would suggest waterproof ones. So I have 2 pairs that I took with me, a short pair that are a little bit cooler, more of a hiker, and then these ones which are completely waterproof and a little bit of a higher top. So these have been good for winter when we've had snow and you're trekking through the slush and rain puddles and stuff. We've been walking on the beach, and these have been great. So they're totally waterproof, keep my feet dry. And then the shorter ones when I have hotter, drier days. So 2 pairs of those. Then for pants, I know a lot of the travel people say no jeans, but if you're in Europe, I would say wear whatever you like to wear at home. Hector, shh. This is our house-sitting puppy, and he's a lover. Yeah, he needs lots of attention. So anyways, back to the pants. So when we went to some travel seminars before we left, a lot of them poo-pooed the jeans, but I wear jeans just about every day, and that's my preference. So I have 2 pairs packed, and that's what I wear pretty much every day. I have 2 other pairs of pants, and I actually haven't worn these very often. So here in Europe, jeans are perfectly fine everywhere you go. I have 1 dressier pair and then a casual pair. And then I do have a pair of lightweight travel pants, and then so you can just roll them up. They don't take a lot of room in your luggage. And these are like a nylon, like a parachute pant. They're really lightweight, Lululemon, and these are just nice for warmer days, and they barely take up any room. They're really light to pack. So I'd say, plus I got these sweats that I have on. These sweats go everywhere. I like to wear these through the day when I'm cash, and then my other dressier jeans are upstairs. So don't worry about the item by item, because I'll put a list on with the blog here that you can connect to and see exactly what you need item by item. So another essential thing are these travel packs. So these travel cubes. So these really are a must. They'll totally help keep you organized. They help everything stack in your suitcase. They really make organization so much easier. You'll be thrilled that you bought these. So I'd say these are an absolute must. You can get them at any of the travel stores. We got ours at a discount store called Winners. I think we paid $15, $20 maybe for a set. They're a little bit more expensive at the travel stores, about $50, $60 for a set of 3 or 4 or 5. So I have kind of this 2 of these big ones, a medium one, and then 2 smaller ones. So this is my pants bag. This is my winter gear bag. So, which a lot of this stuff I can start getting rid of now that winter's over. But you want a good, nice scarf. This is essential you'll want a scarf, but you can pick up a lot of these in Italy or Scotland, or they've got some really nice ones. But a nice wool scarf on a wintry day keeps your neck warm when the wind's blowing. Then a hat. So I have this hat for trekking around, keeps me a little bit stylish and keeps me warm. Leather gloves, these have been perfect. I do have a woolly pair, but I actually hardly ever wore these. Leather gloves, they stay dry. They're just utility-wise, they're great, and they're very warm. So, and then on really cold days, I put this liner inside my leather gloves, and then I've got good warm winter gloves. So then I also have here packed a swimsuit, just in case you go to the hot springs or something. I actually haven't used it yet, but it's there. I'll be needing it here for the summer. So that's kind of all my winter gear in one cube. Then these are my long shirts, which I actually haven't used too much, but I've got a golf shirt here, 2 long sleeve shirts, and then one button-up shirt, and a pair of long underwear here too, which I've used the long underwear on a few cold days. But again, I'm probably done with these ones. This is a Lululemon. I don't know what fabric it's made of, but it wicks moisture away, and it's been great for winter. So this is, if you can find one of these kind of cotton flannel shirts, those are great. And this is my t-shirt bag, which actually this is a poor man's pack bag. So you know how they pack when you buy bed sheets or towels or things like that, and they come in these zipper bags. I've been saving them, and this one I've been using for my t-shirt bag, and it's still going strong here after 6 months. So I have about 5 t-shirts in there, and then I actually have packed for dressy if we go to the opera or out for a nice dinner or something. I've got a button-up shirt and a pair of dress slacks that are folded up in there nicely to keep them from getting wrinkled too. So that's good handy. And then this is my jacket bag. So I have a vest here. This one's a North Face down vest, and I've worn this quite a bit, again, to layer, or on a little warmer day when you just need your fleece and then a vest. That's been great. And then I got a couple of dressy sweaters. This one I actually only wore like twice. It's just a dressy gray sweater a couple times. So I probably have more than I need here. And then this is just a nice dressy zip up kind of sweater jacket type thing, and this I've actually worn quite a bit, so it's a little bit dressier for going out to the bar or dinners and stuff. So I have those. You could probably downsize those a little bit. And then this is my bag for underwear, and this is my bag for socks. Now for socks, these have been fantastic. These are called, what the heck are they? Stay Dry socks or something. They're a merino wool blend. Oh, Smart Wool. These are Smart Wool socks. So they're merino wool blend, and I've worn these sometimes for a week and a half without washing them, and they still go great. They don't smell, and they're so comfortable. These are the greatest socks. So if you invest in a pair of them, they're about $20. They're a little bit more expensive, but they work fantastic. So these two items, I wouldn't scrimp on, socks and underwear. Again, a lot of the seminars we went to said only pack 3 pairs of underwear and 1 or 2 pairs of socks. But when you're traveling, when we're going a week between stops and we're staying at Airbnb apartments, sometimes they didn't have a washing machine and we had to go for a week or 2 weeks without washing. We just hand wash occasionally. You don't want to run on our underwear. So I would say take at least 7 pairs of underwear and I have 1 whole pack for that. 1 swimsuit in there and the rest is underwear. And then these are all socks, some heavy woolly ones. These are really thick wool ones. I've used these on days when we were in our apartments and we were freezing. I put these on my feet to walk around the house. Which reminds me, essential, these are all worn out. I gotta get good, these are my 2nd pair now that we've been traveling. Take slippers with you. Everywhere you go, the Airbnb apartments, there'll be slate or stone floors and they're cold, and you want a pair of comfortable slippers. And I bought my 2nd pair in Scotland. The first one's self-destructed. I'm going to be on to my 3rd pair here soon. I got to buy another one, but take some slippers with you. What next? Then I also have a backpack. So kind of any backpack will do, but in here I keep my computer and my communications, my tech gear, and that sort of stuff. And then when we're flying, if we end up taking some extra stuff and our bags are overloaded and I need to put some stuff in here, I can use that as a carry-on and then check my other bag. So a good backpack's essential too, I say. And then we use it for day trips when we were hiking the Cinque Terre and some of those places. This would be, we'd take the backpack with us and pack lunch, maybe a bottle of wine. And so it's kind of a multi-purpose item that's good to have. And then I also took with me some flip-flops, which I haven't used yet, but I will be using those a lot in the summer. So now we're rolling into the spring-summer season, hoping here in another month we're going to be in Croatia, and I'm hoping I'll get to use these a lot. And then I took 1 pair of dress shoes. These are just a light moccasin, kind of an Italian-style shoe. They're all leather, and so they look nice, and these will be good too in the summertime. They're lightweight. And they kind of dress up a little bit, or you can wear them with shorts and that sort of thing too. One thing I bought while we were on our way was a good little knife. It drove me crazy. Every Airbnb we went to, the knives were as dull as can be, and we like to cook a lot of our own meals, so I picked this up in Italy, and I've carried it everywhere we go, and use this for chopping vegetables and making dinner, and because the knives suck in the Airbnb. So that's, you can bring one with you or pick it up along the way. And then another item I think is good to have, because it fixes everything, is a roll of duct tape. And then I just stuck some scissors. And but I haven't, we haven't actually used it yet. Actually, we did send some stuff home and use this to wrap that up. Some stuff at Christmas, presents for the kids and stuff. And then, but if anything falls apart or whatever, you can kind of temporarily tape it up as a fix. So I like to have that along. And then this is another, I think, essential item. So this is my Merce, and I love
can't see it.
I love it so much. I'm going to continue carrying one with me.
Can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it?
Yeah, because you're all in black.
Okay, because it's all black here. This one's a Travelon. PacSafe is another brand that is really good, and so this has it has mesh woven throughout the strap, so it's anti-theft. They say a problem, although we never encountered it in Italy. We had no trouble with pickpockets or things like that, but they say it happens, particularly in the summer when it's busier. They can slash your straps and steal purses and things like this. This one is unslashable. It's got wire through the straps, so you can't cut it. I use it as my camera bag, and then it's got all kinds of zippers and compartments. And then when it zips up, there's clasps here that lock, so somebody can't pickpocket you. So look for these Travelon or PacSafe bags. Pick up one. I'd get a fairly good size. There were some smaller ones that I looked at. I'm so glad that I bought the bigger one, because sometimes I've got my camera in here. Sometimes I'll have my wallet in there, Kleenex, Tylenols, other stuff that you want to carry around with you. So that's a good bag to have. I think that's about it. How to pack for a year abroad for all 4 seasons, particularly for Europe. From here, we're going to be going to Croatia, Slovenia. We're going back to Italy, and who knows where else then. So we still got another 4 or 5 months ahead of us. So everything's worked brilliantly. So hopefully this helps you guys out with your next trip. And I'll post a list on all the things that we packed with us. And in addition to, there's toiletries too, but that's extra. Okay.